What's going on? This is My Life in the Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. I'm going to bring you guys Javon Clark. We're going to be talking about the REVOLT Summit that happened in Atlanta, hosted by P. Diddy. Now, a lot of people had a lot of opinions about it because, let me tell you this, Candace Owens was there. Black Republicans was there. Also, Latrice Pearson. She was there, who's also a Black Republican, who has a lot of... I'm going to bring you guys Candace Owens footage on what she had to say. Now, she had to have a lot of guts to go there because of, she already knows how people feel about it. So, but how should we feel? I'm going to bring you guys on what Candace Owens has to say. I'm going to bring you guys what Javon Clark has to say and how I feel about this summit, how I feel about the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, and how we should be voting and what we should be demanding when we vote. This is Candace Owens right here before I bring on our brother Javon Clark.
Now decriminalizing, that comes directly out of local politics with Vincent Ford. That comes directly out of us sitting down talking to candidates. And in terms of national candidates, if your national policy appeals or I see it can work for my people in some way, you have my support, but you also have my honesty. And my honesty is always going to tell you what I do and what I don't support, or like black folks say, what I do and what I don't fuck with. If I fuck with more what you do, I fuck with you. If I don't, I'm going to go quiet as your wife when she mad.
Candace, same thing on the other side. How are we negotiating? What is the negotiation tactics so that we're not acquiescing to somebody else's agenda but being clear about ours in the process of giving them our support?
Well, I would say the first thing is that it's important to identify what our agenda actually is. And I think that the most important thing for people in this room to understand is that there is a very small window. Right now, the black vote is the most important vote in the country. There's a very small window before our vote's not going to matter. These conferences won't matter, and us sitting here won't matter, because illegal immigration, if you're looking at the numbers, every new birth in this country, 60% of all new births are Hispanic Americans, and the Democrats are about, listen, you're saying, let me get to the point. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it. I say illegal is the new black because it's true, and there's a reason why they're advocating for open borders. Right now, our vote means a lot, but new births of black Americans have stagnated. The population growth within black America has stagnated. So the things that I pay attention to are the numbers. I pay attention to the birth rates in this country, which is why I'm pro putting something down to stop illegal immigration. The second thing that I think is really important, and you may have heard me testify in front of Congress, is the illiteracy rates that are facing black America. 75% of black boys in California can't pass a reading exam. Across Baltimore, they looked at 5 schools. They couldn't find a single black boy that was a single black child that could pass a basic reading or a math exam. So I caught a lot of slack because I said, this is the Democrat plantation, but I meant what I said. If you look historically at what the plantations were when we were slaves, there were 3 things that were necessary for them to run. The first was our ignorance. Black Americans were not allowed to learn how to read unless we would have our limbs chopped off. And that was because an educated mind cannot be enslaved. So the fact that our schools are in this condition in the inner cities and all throughout America and not a single candidate is talking about it is problematic to me. I think that that's a huge negotiating tool for me. We need to be talking about the inner city schools. Another component, and this is the biggest issue that I think is facing black America today, which was important to maintaining the plantations, was the breakdown of family. The biggest issue facing black America is father absence. We have children that are growing up without their fathers in the home, and that is being incentivized by the government right now via the welfare system. When the government says we'll give you more money if you don't marry the father of your children, you are incentivizing bad behavior in our community. What happens when you remove a father from the home? This is why I do not mess with feminism at all. I'm not with it. This breakdown and mocking masculinity, making it seem like there's something wrong to be a man, all of this contributes to the breakdown of family. When you remove...
Y'all, hey, hold on.
Okay, now let's talk about what she had said. Now, she's talking about the Democratic plantation. Now, I don't agree with everything she said by no means, but she had a very good point, and that's one of the reasons I'm pretty much done with the Democratic Party. What's going on, Brother Javon? What do you have to say about her particular stance on the Democratic Party? Everywhere Democrats run the city, the black community is in shambles. What do you got to say about that, bro?
You know, I think she said a lot of good things. I don't think she said anything wrong. I don't think she said anything wrong. Everything she said is correct, is self-evident. We see it going on. But that doesn't mean we're supposed to be Republican. And I'm kind of different things. So I guess I'll comment on each one. But ultimately, I don't think these people need to be having this discussion in front of black people, letting the world see us divided like that. I don't think entertainers should have discussions like this. I think they should be financiers and faces. But I don't think Candace Parker said anything wrong.
Yeah, let me tell you, Candace Owens, a lot of people hate
Owens, I'm talking about.
A lot of people. And something we have to take a stance at. The division of the black home and welfare. Let's just get it all the way out there. Sugarcoating it has gotten us not a pot to piss in, no window to throw it out of. It ain't hard to see that we're losing on every aspect. And it's a point of national security. I mean, it's a point of no return for us right now. Because our children are literally dying. So I'm not about to sit up here and sugarcoat it. No fathers in the home is a huge, huge problem in our community. And the number one thing we should be addressing. That's why I'm independent. I'm not giving the Democrat. Bernie Sanders I like. I like Bernie Sanders. I roll with Bernie. But outside of that, I'm independent. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. Killer Mike is going to say it the best. Y'all sitting up here arguing on who master the best. So today, what I want you guys to do, anybody that has an opinion or want to call in, I have a Google number. You can call in today. This is the number, 708-627-0730. Call in. I want to hear what you guys have to say that's watching this on Facebook Live. One of the things that, so T.I. is going to say, and as Candace Owens, as a black Republican, is how can, even if you are Republican, how can you get with a message of let's make America great again? Even if I was, I couldn't get and stand behind that message. And T.I. is going to come out and say, where the hell is that coming from? When was America great again? So I'm going to play Brother Killer Mike. I'm going to play his,
Excuse me, Donald. I'm trying to share this, brother. It's on your Facebook page, Donald Washington. I can't see it. I see it now.
All right, so let me show you guys what Killer Mike had to say.
And we simply say, how do we take the good of what you have, the good of what you have, the good of what you have and you have? Stop it. Stop. Everybody hush. Hush. And listen. Because I'm about to give you the secret to what the fuck y'all are witnessing. What you niggas, N-E-G-U-S of the royal kind, and niggas, N-I-double-G-S, what y'all are seeing right now are free people arguing over who got the best master. Oh yeah. So, we're gonna go back to silent. Let's register this shit back down. We're gonna lock this back down. So, I'll tell you when America was great. 7 years after the ending of the Civil War.
Exactly what.
Oh, Candace, because you didn't give the comment, so you weren't prepared for that one. No, but that's not to jump on Candace, because again, I'm disagreeing with my friend. 7 years after the end of Civil War, blacks within 7 to 15 years accumulated over 15 million acres of land. Hold on, before we get to clapping, because the niggas bought some shit. Black people were the only skilled labor in there. So if it was welding to be done, iron bending, cotton picking, it was black people. So instantly, your value became more. And Candace has a point. The point that she made about illegal immigration affecting you is it is going to affect you at some point. Why? If the Kegel Chicken Factory is hiring illegal immigrants at an undercut on the rate, it affects the black people who live there who should be demanding $20 an hour because they're being undercut. So when they get wiped out, they have to hire blacks, pay them, and unionize. So she's right on that. But hold the fuck on, I'm not finished. You have to remember that people who look like you immigrate too. So before you widely say, fuck them all, remember, America is always going to have a slave class. And if illegal immigrants or legal immigrants will not be the lowest paid workers, those in prison will be, and that always ends up looking like one of their sons. So it circles back around. So that's why people who are black, who are from two different plantations, got to get the fuck away from massa long enough to say, how are we going to burn down both their fucking houses?
Yes, and this is one of the points that I talk about. We fight so much against immigration. Now, it's not racist to fight for your best agenda in your community. If you're going to be voting, you must understand where that candidate stands on your issues in your community. There's nothing racist about that. And
let me drop some game on you. I hate this fucking summit. I hate it, and it's stupid to me. Now let me tell you why. First of all, I got it shared on my page now. Celebrities don't need to be the voice. Now, let me tell you what I think. White people and the world shouldn't see us argue amongst each other about trying to fix the same problem. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, let me give you some game, and that's my new saying. Malcolm X was a voice. Muhammad Ali put his money up, and he spoke and deferred to Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad. They deferred to Martin Luther King. When Jim Brown, Bill Russell, Muhammad Ali, when the athletes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got together, they didn't argue about whether Martin or Malcolm's philosophy was right. They got together and they said, we are black athletes, we got some cash, we got a platform, we agree with Brother Malcolm and Brother Martin. These brothers are trying to help us. They didn't say, yo, goddamn Kareem, who you like, Malcolm or Martin? This shit is coonery. Now let me tell you what I believe. They should not be the voice. Now watch this. Candace Owens is the only one up there who rose from the bottom up because she was saying things that were resonating with the people. See, the voice has to be a common person, regardless of whether you agree with the voice or not. Understand what I'm saying? When T.I. and Killer Mike and these celebrities and David Banner, I love these brothers for what they're trying to do. When they speak, we know them because of their celebrity. So what they're saying don't resonate with the heart of a nation. You had Bella Fonte, you had all these actors back then speaking out. But Malcolm X, a common man's voice from a prison, rose above everything, and he became nationwide for doing nothing but talking the black talk. Martin Luther King's voice rose from unknown to the White House for doing nothing but the black talk. That means the community as a whole agreed with Malcolm and Martin. Now, what these people are doing up here, it's making us look divided in the world as it relates to how we feel. We can't sit down in a room together without arguing, hold the fuck up, we trumping each other, we saying shit like T.I. shut somebody down, Killer Mike. We adults, we are the leaders, and we on TV talking about shutting down. We don't see the content, we see the spectacle. And I believe everyone on that stage, other than Candace Owens, is washed up and looking for a place to get some shine from. Because the common person, that girl, whether I agree with her or not, the girl is famous for talking nothing but black issues. How she do that? So somebody is liking and feeling what this girl's spirit is trying to do. Something is with her. I'm not saying I agree with her. I'm saying these motherfucking celebrities don't need to be the ones speaking. Like Bill Cosby and Harry Belafonte and Sidney Poitier, when Dr. King got locked up, they bailed him out. They did things. LeBron James is very smart. LeBron James is a financier. He is a funder, a sponsor of the black movement. He doesn't need to jeopardize his celebrity to be and lose his platform and lose his funds talking black power talk. LeBron James don't need to do that. These guys up here can do that because they have already been compromised. They have fallen off. They have had the highlight of their career. And that's what they're doing. And they need to shut the fuck up because they have no understanding of how to research. This young lady's been to college. They don't understand the white man's ways.
Okay.
So what I don't want to hear none of them.
So Candace Owens, one thing I like that she speaks the truth, but one thing I don't like is that she doesn't speak about racism at all, and she's wanting to say that racism doesn't exist. These shootings are all young black men's fault. That's one thing I don't like about her. But outside of that, about Democrats, she's spot on. She's spot on. I think it was designed to keep our communities destroyed by welfare. Welfare does what? Our communities are failing. Why? No fathers in the home. With no fathers in the home, it's like 87% of those children go to jail or are dead. With no fathers in the home, our children are absolutely, no question, doomed. What does welfare do? It rewards horrible behavior. Women go out there, they can sleep with a dirt bag with no crib, car, career, don't even want the sister. Can't even take care of his other 10 kids. Knock her up. What happens? She go get welfare. She don't miss a meal. Guess what? She go get knocked up by another loser. Get more welfare. Knocked up by another loser. Get more welfare. Those kids become what? These killers and the statistic on the streets. Without welfare, I tell people, any country without welfare doesn't have this problem. Then people say, oh, it's the culture, it's culture. Before welfare, we didn't have this problem. 91% of our families had 2-parent households in the 50s. In 1963, when welfare was introduced by Lyndon Johnson, welfare destroyed the black family. In 1973, it rose to like over 50% single parent household. And they quadrupled welfare. And the rest is history in our communities. Go ahead, bro.
This is what I think. This is why I say celebrities need to shut the fuck up. I'm a common man. I'm not saying I should be divorced. Let's stop talking about welfare. Let's stop talking about all the problems and how we want the government to fix the trap that we know they set for us. That's like asking a hunter to let the fucking tiger go that he planned on catching. Them niggas is up there is idiots. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Let's stop talking about welfare and let's go to the black community and say, between y'all homegirls, welfare checks, and your income tax, we can start our own grocery store over here. Y'all don't even have to go up there. Don't stop no welfare. If we get it, let's change. Let's let T.I. and Killer Mike go into their communities and use their celebrity and their voice in their own community and say, hey ladies, look, check this out. I'm Killer Mike. I'm T.I. I'll match y'all 50 grand. When y'all get y'all child support checks, everybody give 100. It's 500 women over here. I'll match that. We're going to get us our own daycare over here, ladies. We're going to get us our own grocery store. Let's use that welfare. That's what the Mexicans doing. They using that welfare. They using that child support. See, we keep talking about the problem. Black people like to argue about which white person we will vote for who will let us out the trap that they put us in. No. We don't need a revolution. We need a quiet separation. Shh, shut the fuck up. Where's T.I. at? T.I. over there in Atlanta, he done got them girls to put their damn refund checks together. They getting 6-7 grand a piece. Damn. Now, what they're doing now, white people watch this summit and they saying, oh hell, Killer Mike, T.I., Puffy, L.A. Reid, they done hooked up with Candace Owens. Now, although they argue with each other, it's still progress. Let's shoot Candace Owens. Let's kill T.I. We don't want them rappers talking about this subject. Shh! Stop telling everything. That's why it happened in the church back. Shh! Stop telling everything. If we gonna put $1 million in every black bank in America, tell them, Mike, shut up. Don't tell them what we're gonna do. We can go down to our white bank and draw our money out, and they don't let us have it. Black ATM cards don't work no more. Why the black ATM cards don't work no more? Because Killer Mike told everybody, shut your fat ass up. Now, let me say this. When it's all said and done, I don't trust fat pastors. If you're a fat pastor and you can't control your stomach eating, you know goddamn well you can't control your dick and can't control stealing no money. So if the revolution was to start tomorrow and we had to run a mile to get our guns, Killer Mike is useless. So I don't listen to nothing he say.
All right, so look, in Chicago, people said that take your money to a black-owned bank. They shut that black-owned bank down. That bank was shut down within 6 months after people started talking about that. So now, one thing I do want to talk about, be quiet, move in silence. But also, people talk about immigration. We embrace immigration. We fighting for immigration. We are fighting for it. We are the only people that hasn't realized nobody's fighting for us. Nobody's coming to hold our hands. Nobody's coming to fight with us. If anything, people are coming to fight against us. So we welcome oppression. We are the only ones who fund our own oppression. We are the only ones. Nobody else thinks the way we do. And we can't agree amongst each other. We got to understand what's our best interest and stop being so stuck on one party just because we say it's the lesser of two evils, and figure out who's actually doing. Now, I don't follow on what people say. I follow on what you do. I said things that I shouldn't have said when I'm mad. I say people things that take it out of content. But follow what I actually do. And this is what people need to understand about Trump. Follow what he does and what he has done. Follow what Democrats have done. And understand it was designed for welfare to destroy our community. What did it do? Destroy our community. It's not a coincidence that our community is in shambles and single parents everywhere, that children don't even know. And just like Candace Owens pointed out, don't even know how to read. There's mothers that have to work 2 or 3 jobs or smoking weed, drinking on welfare. Don't even bother teaching those children because the father is not in the home to teach.
The father being missing has nothing to do with a mother teaching her child ABCs and how to count. Killer Mike said something that was key that I didn't like. When Candace Owens was talking about being against immigration, she was talking about Latinos. Killer Mike said if they stop immigration, people from coming in, other black folks won't be able to come in. I don't give a fuck about no Jamaicans and no fucking Haitians and no fucking Dominicans and no fucking Africans coming over here, because they ain't helped one motherfucking lick during the civil rights movement. So if anybody getting welfare in America, I want it to be black people. If anybody getting any jobs in America, I want it to be black people. Now let me answer T.I.'s question. When was America great? For Killer Mike, he was right on that. But America was great when white folks was kicking ass, taking names, and black folks had all the jobs. Now, white folks still kicking ass and taking names, and black folks ain't got none of the goddamn jobs. So there's a new show out called Snowfall, where it show how the government used the Mexicans to come in, get that dope in our communities, fuck us up, and then they took our jobs after the men's got locked up or killed. So I have a personal vendetta against Mexicans personally, you know, but as far as it's concerned, I don't want nobody being able to come over here and get a job, a food stamp, a welfare check, a piece of land, or a fucking crumb for the descendants of African American slaves get it. I don't care about Africans. And nobody else does either, because like I always say, they are mining rubber in Africa, we buying tires. They got metals in my cell phone in Africa, and if they want to press in Africa, this cell phone will be $5,000. So I don't care about Africa. I don't care about things. I care about black people in America, and I don't think that this whole vote, pick sides is the way. You know, a lot of demographics in this country don't vote, but they make moves. So, you know, quiet separation. Just be quiet and chill, do what we gotta do, and don't keep talking about this shit. White folks will bust that shit up. Like you said, they bust that bank up real quick, Jack.
Oh, bro, that was bust up within 6 months. They said, oh, y'all want to take y'all money there? We'll close it.
How much you want to bet that they fuck with Diddy? In the next month, after this Revolt conference, Sean Diddy Combs, I said it on your show, will have a rape case, assault case, or something. They're not going to let that boy do what he wants to do. I'm telling you now, gotta be quiet, man.
So yeah, and we must understand where we stand on particular issues. Democrats, and we are so kind-hearted. We are just so loving and kind. And so we're saying, even in Chicago, Lori Lightfoot said, we welcome all immigration. But do they welcome you? Do they welcome you? It's not racist to want the best for your community, but will they welcome you? Or do they have your best interest? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. So we got to understand on where we stand in our communities. Because before welfare, we were the biggest rising in jobs, businesses, entrepreneurship, everything in the 50s. That's when we were great. In the 50s, not America was great, but the black community was great. We were the number one, we was 91% two-parent household. The most educated, businesses growing, communities growing, and then what hit us? Welfare is what hit us and destroyed us. Period.
Donald, I think one thing that we don't understand is black. A common man has to talk this talk. See, celebrities and entertainers don't understand this. America was built on immigration. On the Statue of Liberty at Ellis Island, it says, bring your poor, you're tired, you're hungry. Here, it was built on immigration. They had slaves. It was too many slaves, too many dark natives, and they needed a white population to come. They told all Europeans to come. Come. Now listen, Donald, understand this. This is what black people don't understand. There's an agenda that's going to go forward. The Democrats and Republicans agree on this. America has decided America is full. We ain't got no new land. We done built all our railroads. We done put all our telephone poles, our power lines. America is full. So America is about to change its ideology. Bring your tired, bring your poor, bring your hungry. Black people and white people and how we vote has nothing to do with what they're doing on immigration. They just have to show it to us a certain way. America is full. Watch this, Donald. Watch this. You got a home, I got a home. We can invite anybody in our family. You can invite anybody that's black with the last name Washington that's in your family, in your home. And you can say right on Facebook, I'm Donald Washington, Life Baker Shy, anybody associated with my great grandma, Melba Washington, you my family, you can come stay with me, live with me. And you can get you a job in Chicago and you can do what you got to do. But then at some point, your house gets full. And you got to stop. At some point, you have to say, what I said 2 years ago about any Washington can come stay with me in the Chi-Town, I'm full, I can't. You know, I know y'all my family. It ain't about who and what color. It's about nobody can't come. It ain't about cousin Washington. It ain't about how can't nobody else come. And see, that's what the United States is setting the presidents for. They're setting the presidents to say, hey, we full. We don't need you no more. Technology. We don't need none of y'all labor no more. Robots are going to take over. Technology. We don't need you in the fast food. We don't need you. We full. And America is saying Muslims, blacks, anybody can come.
All right, so look, I got somebody that called in. What's your name, man?
Hey, my name is Azor. I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Africa.
Oh, you're from Africa. Okay, he's from the Dominican Republic of Africa, Congo. What's going on, and what do you got to add to this conversation?
Well, I just want to disagree with my fellow brothers talking over there. I don't know his name.
Javon.
I just want to say something that that we all first are ordinary people, regardless of our race or whatever. But we know some people that took advantage of other people. I'm talking about the race, some white dude or African, whatever, and it happened. But is that how African or black people are they gonna solve their problem? If you don't care about foreign or Africa overseas, this is how people or black people living in USA or natives they're gonna solve the problem. I don't think so. Because if you look at all the white American who are in USA, they invest how they get money. They invest overseas. Most of them, they got the big business overseas, and that's how they're keeping the power in USA. I heard somebody saying the power is the money is the power. The black Americans, the issue of black Americans, we all know about that. We know all our native because I call black American Native Americans. I'm just gonna open another parenthesis because the meaning of native means born from somewhere. That is the meaning of it. But people say, oh, native, you have to be Indian. But native, if my kid is born here, I'm African, but my kid is Native American because he's born in America. But I'm talking about the black American who born in USA. I call them native. They have so much power, but they don't. My English is so broken, but they don't really realize that they have so much power. Look at the movie. Look at the music. Already they got a voice. The voice is the power. All the big American singers that I know, they are black people. They can influence. Already if you're an influencer, you already hold people. But what are we doing with the power we have? Because we are so limited in one area that my brother said that he doesn't care about Africa or Europe or whatever. You should care about, because when you expand your voice in overseas everywhere, that's you controlling. Because the white people they're controlling, because not only in the USA, they're controlling overseas. I love to see a black American come to control Africa too. I've never seen the black Native Americans owning any business or big business in Africa. It's okay. Some people they'll say, oh, we don't have to do that because we don't know anything about it. And the same as the white do. They come in Africa, they don't know Africa. They just come because they see opportunities. They go to Europe, they invest in Europe. They go to Asia, they invest in Asia. So I'm going to encourage all the black American, my brothers, to give that encouraging or to voting. But let me talk about the voting, talk about Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't support him. But here I say again, black American can make it if they bridge with Donald Trump. Because opportunity, it can be something you don't like it or you don't like it. But if something can take you somewhere, you can use it. The same as they use us black as a slave.
Okay, hold on.
Not us, but they use us.
Okay, so what? I mean, yeah, I say that too. Like, Donald Trump has some privilege that he can open up a lot more doors than Barack Obama could for us. Let's use that privilege he has to our advantage. Also, my thing is this, as far as Brother Javon, my thing is this, as far as with Africans, that's our foundation. That's our home. The reason why the Chinese come here and make it, because they can make a call to China and get $1 billion in Chinatown. They don't need to beg for jobs. They make a call to China and say, hey, we need another hotel, we need 2 gas stations, and we need real estate. And Chinese billionaires say no more, we got it. That's why our millionaires and billionaires in the United States, I'm not impressed by nothing they've done. It shouldn't be a homeless black American in America, because we got billionaires. We got billionaires. Go ahead, Brother Javon. I'm going to keep you on the phone, bro.
I think what we have to understand, we have this romanticized vision of Africa. Let me break some down. The brother's on the phone and he will agree. We know when Akon wanted to put electricity in Africa, he had to go to the Chinese. Now, Africa got the gold, the oil, the diamonds, all the natural resources. Why the fuck Africans don't control that? Same reason blacks don't control anything. We have been held captive. So what I'm trying to understand is when I look at the Africans, I say, hold on, y'all in Africa with all the gold, the resources, everything, speak a language that's different than you, and y'all still getting y'all ass kicked and controlled by the white man just like us. Now that's the truth. Is it, brother?
All more gold and all that, but we cannot control it. So that's why I'm saying, you know, in life, all of us, we're doing a vicious circle. If you know history of Africa, Africa used to lead everything. The beginning is Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is up there, the motherland. All of us, we came from there. And until somebody come and change the history, but I believe that we all doing visual sector, it can come back. But it can also come back with black Americans because you have the power. The flag doesn't have a race. As American, when you step out there as American, they don't look at your race, they look at you as American. A lot of billionaires, black billionaires in the USA, they're sitting here. Of course, they're sitting here, they're working hard. But while the white billionaires, they're going to invest in Africa, they're taking over, and then they're misusing, they're misleading Africa. They create segmentation, they create division to Africa. They bring hate among Africans. They're selling guns to Africans. While black billionaires they sit in USA, they don't do nothing about that. Do you understand? So what I'm calling on my fellow brothers, black Americans, to start thinking how to go take back the Africa, to control Africa. It's okay. They might think, oh, but why African, they don't do anything about that because they have everything. Because you got anger, when you got no food, how are you gonna stand for yourself? Because you're gonna take off your kids. Do you understand? But we need a black American investors to go. And then I'm very open. I'm bringing the president of the Congo. Is gonna be in New York next week. Whoever is ready, this is my number. You can call me. You have to start meeting those guys, meeting those Africans. The white dudes are doing that. If you look at in Africa, always in the news, there's always a white dude, the white billionaire they come in Africa. I want also the black American billionaire to start going to Africa, taking over what belongs to them. And then we're gonna share with love. The white dudes don't share with love with anybody, but they just want to control and misusing and then selling guns and all that. I'm very open. The president of the Congo is gonna be in New York in 21st year September. Whoever, any organization is ready to meet the president, I can do that. The Congo is one of the richest countries in the world. There is a lot of uranium. Everybody knows about Hiroshima in Japan. What's made by Congolese uraniums. I can't even talk. The capsules, the cotton we use, the cell phone, all the cell phone, the cobalt that they use, the self-driving cars or electrical cars, it came from the Congo because Congo has the titanium has like 80% in the world. So please, my fellow brothers, whoever want to meet the president of the Congo, let's have a block and then let's start meeting those presidents and give them our truth because we are Americans or we know already how to get how to eliminate some poverty, how to develop big ideas, and we can do that. That's how we can take back power.
All right, so look, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, man, thanks a lot, bro. I appreciate you calling
Thank
in.
you, brother.
I'm gonna go ahead. All right, so man, appreciate you calling in, bro.
Donna.
After the show, we can talk more and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, send me a message, all right, bro. So you know what? I want to double back on part of what he said. What he said, one of the things he said was that Africa looks at America, and when we come over there, it's power, money, influence, whether you're black or white. So he's saying, why don't African Americans come back to Africa and build it up? Because he's saying Chinese and white are going to Africa and building the continent up, but they're destroying it. Go ahead.
Donna, watch this. This is what I say when we talk feelings. Watch this. America is one country of blacks with 46 million blacks. Africa is over 100 nations with billion blacks. You want 46 million to fix the nation with the billion people that got all the gold, diamonds. All we got is what we can work for over here. See, the problem is this. We think that rappers talking, that's why I didn't like the summit. We think that rappers and sports entertainers talking is worth more than the fucking gold, the diamonds, and oil in the fucking ground in Africa. We got 3 black billionaires. Africa got plenty black billionaires. We want 46 million black people to get together and invest in the country that's got over 100 countries of Africans, 1 billion people, and all the natural, the gold, the diamond, the coal, everything is over there. So anything, they should be helping us. That's why I said I can't fuck with them like that. You know, so that's like I got 10 people in my gang, and you want me to come help your gang and supply your gang, and you got 100,000 people. That can't be done physically, man. Stop talking crazy.
Look at this. Africa's been conquered already. Europeans, the British, the French, Chinese, the Americans. They conquered every country except Ethiopia. It's the only independent country and stayed independent. Outside of that, the French, the British, they run and conquered every, colonized even religion over there.
They got to fight their own battle. And we got to fight ours. Once we fight our battle and they fight our battle, then we can call up. Hey, what up, Africa? We done got the English white man from off our back, and we doing a little something. Y'all done got the damn French, the Persians. Y'all done got them. Now let's talk. Right now, we can't go help their fight. We can't help their financial fight. We can't help their plight. They got people that ain't gonna let them out the cage either. Man, we can't even take a trip to fucking Miami, bro, as hard as it is in here. When the last time you been on a vacation? How often do blacks get to go on vacations, man? You talk about investing. Bro, we can't pay our cable bill. We trying to keep food on the table, and they want us to invest over there? Get the fuck out of here talking that emotional bullshit, man.
All right, so look, back to this summit. I want to play some of the things that Killer Mike stated on this particular, it's right here.
We get to a candidate, we should have a list that says white man, white woman, these are our demands. You can meet them and get our vote, or not, and we're going to stay home and crochet and make collard greens. But what you cannot do is continue to argue over who is the best master. I don't give a fuck if it's Trump, Obama, your mama, my mama. What the fuck do you have for me and my community? Now, if you do not, and if you stop playing, oh, I'm going to say the snazziest shit to each other on stage, I'm going to show that motherfucker this is going to be a quotable, and we close up the doors, and we simply say, how do we take the good of what you have, the good of what you have, the good of what you have and you have, how do we shape it into a 10-point agenda to present to every local, state, and national politician? If you cannot meet points on our agenda, we simply can't support you. I like you. I love your casinos, Mr. Trump. I like you, Bernie. I like maple syrup that comes from Vermont. But what do you have for us?
That's the point. I love that particular point. Let's stop committing to a party. Saying, oh, we're going to just vote this party because of they giving out free ish. That's how the Democratic Party is pretty much being ran. We got all the free ish for y'all. The Republicans saying, man, F that. So when are we going to say neither one of y'all agenda is for us? Until y'all come with an agenda for us and we come together, that's when y'all will get our vote. Let's hear it. Y'all got to cater to us. What's going on, bro? What you think?
I think that's why I say Killer Mike is saying all the right shit. Candace Owens is saying all the right shit. My point is this. The right shit has to be said the right way so that it reaches the common man's ears. It has to be a common man. You understand what I'm saying? They are both saying all the right shit. What Killer Mike is saying is simply this. I'm going to break it down common man way. Killer Mike saying, whichever one of y'all parties gonna give us what the fuck we want the most, we fucking with y'all. Candace Owens saying the Democratic Party ain't gave us shit. I think we can get more from the Republican Party. They really arguing saying the exact same fucking thing, and it's confusing and it's embarrassing. Because Mike, watch this. Donald, watch this. Anybody in the fucking world that got any sense, if you hold a fucking hand out with 3 pieces of candy in it and 1 in it to a 1-year-old child, they gonna crawl to the goddamn 3. So they saying redundant dumb shit for nothing.
And you know something? One thing in our community is sad is that we worship celebrities. We worship.
That's what we need to stop doing.
We need to stop worshiping celebrities. I don't worship near one of them because, for one, we don't have no food chains in our communities. We got several. We got Michael Jordan, Oprah, and that brother from that's worth $5 billion. They gave $40 million, and everybody was he paid off the student loans to the HBCU, and everybody was, oh my God, he's the greatest thing smoking. My man gave less than 1% of his income, and everybody was like, he's our savior. But I was like, man, I'm not impressed. If I'm making $5 billion and without making over $1 billion a year, it won't be one of us, just like Chinatown. You'll never see them begging for jobs. You'll never see them without homes or needing businesses. It'll be a business for each and every one of us to have. I will create businesses in our community. Group economics. But one thing we never talk about, and I can't watch no documentary, no movie, or no other summit about the problem. When are we going to start talking what the solution is? Are we ever going to get to that?
Killer Mike and his 10-point plan, that's what they need to be talking about in private. Now, this is what I'll say. Celebrities and entertainers have their purpose. Us watching basketball and football, us being entertained by entertainers, keep a lot of motherfuckers from killing each other. We need it. The white man uses entertainment for a purpose. And there's nothing wrong with worshiping celebrities. The problem is we don't need to know their opinion on how to fucking fix other shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like this. Okay, you've been rapping. You're a rapper. You've been rapping. You got a 10th grade education. You've been rapping your whole life. You got a lot of money. Now that politics is a thing and you can talk about it, I don't want to know what you got to think, T.I. I don't know what you want. I don't really know what you want to think. I want you to rap. That's what I like you for. Now, I can't stop you from talking like you talk, but I will be one of the ones that always say, no matter how much they say I'm hating, I say celebrities need to shut the fuck up. Imagine Harry Belafonte talking about, hold on, Dr. King. Let me, hold on, Malcolm X. Imagine Muhammad Ali say, Malcolm. Imagine that shit. Imagine fucking Lou Rawls arguing with fucking Barry Gordon and Quincy Jones about what Martin Luther King doing on TV. That shit it's actually so fucking stupid. Imagine Lou Rawls arguing with Bill Cosby on TV about fucking white and black problems and getting loud and fussing at each other and telling Dr. King, Dr. King, we lost it. We lost it. I'm gonna tell you what the real issue is. Our generation, we so hip hop and so cool and like to be so seen so much. We don't know when to shut the fuck up, sit down, and play our position.
So my thing is this, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it again, and everything on my show, on my Life in the Shot's YouTube channel, every one of my shows, I state the solution. One of the solutions is economics. I say the people that are 50 plus failed us. In the generation right before, 55 plus failed us because every single time I talk to them about the issues in our community, oh, they did to us 100 years ago. They did to us. They did to us. Do you realize they did? Okay, we understand what they did. We understand what they're doing. We understand what they're going to continue to do. My thing is, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to spend 98% of your money outside of your community? We are the only dumb dummies that do that. Now, let's just call a duck a duck. We are some of the stupidest people on the planet. We spend 98% of our money outside our community, then expect somehow jobs to come into our community.
Trying to be like T.I. We spend that money trying to be like the shit T.I. and Killer Mike talk about. So I can't sit your ass down, boy. Sit your ass. You already compromised yourself because you work for a label. You can't say certain things. You can seem somewhat revolutionary, but you get a check. You got a Netflix show. You can get canceled talking too much. So you already compromised. You know, just like the brother that gave the money at Harvard. He gave 1% of his money. If he might have gave 20%, they'd have made have said, hold on, nigga, now. Hold on, nigga.
You getting a little up. And so, yeah.
You see what they did to Bill Cosby?
Hey, and so my thing is this. Our so-called leaders or celebrities lead by example. If you're going to step into this revolution, I need you to lead by example. Take that $55,000 rollie off that nobody can afford. Why isn't there a grocery store, black-owned grocery store in our communities? Why ain't there our own Popeyes? We the ones that govern soul food. Why ain't there soul food?
And that's why we ain't gonna listen to them, Donald. Donald, that's my point. The reason we can be entertained by Killer Mike and T.I. at a Revolt conference is because they are fucking entertainers. But when it comes down to listening to them, I'm not going to sit at your table with you, Donald Washington, and you eat steak and shrimp, and you give me a fucking hot dog and noodles. I'm a dog, you nigga. So that's why, Donald, I'm serious. Donald, they eating steak and shrimp in front of us at the same table, and we eating hot dogs, but they entertaining. And we have a good time. But at the end of the day, Donald, we not going to listen to Killer Mike. We not going to listen to T.I. They eating too good. We are going to listen to a common man that's speaking from the... And Candace Owen, as much as people hate to say it, I'm not saying I agree with everything she say. I'm saying the girl is famous for talking about politics. These motherfuckers famous for rapping about dope. Who know what they talking about?
Hey, good point. The best point.
That's why they need to shut up, bro.
They eat steak and potatoes. If you got a $20 million mansion, 34 rooms you don't even use, but you want to speak on our struggle.
Hey, I ain't trying to be funny. T.I. got a little funny weirdo kid, man. I ain't trying to be funny, you know. I can't let you leave. You a trap boy, dope boy, gangster, tough guy, so dope, and your son walk around fruity acting. I'm not bringing his kids into it, but you put your fucking TV show out there for us to see.
So my thing is this, man. If you in the struggle, say you in the struggle, say you claim. Let me tell you something. Chinatown. There was a China millionaire. He just dropped 18 million in Chinatown. He let them know in secret. There was a lady I knew, Shirley Zhang. She was a Chinese lady. I said, Shirley, where do you eat lunch at? Where do you eat at? She wouldn't tell me, but I seen all the soy sauce and whatnot on her desk. They understand group economics. They understand they're the leaders of their fate. They're not going to spend all their money outside the community, then try to wonder why they ain't got no jobs. They are like, we're not going to beg anybody. We are such a beg, and that's where the 50s and the older generation failed us, because they want to say, we need to beg for jobs. The governor need to give us jobs. The mayor, the president, they should give us jobs. They don't even worry about politics. They don't give a shit about politics. It don't concern them. They consider, And that's one thing that we don't understand. We so engulfed on depending on the mayor, the governor, the president to fix our situation instead of fixing our own situation ourselves. We have to fix the common man, not the governor, because those governors and
we want the celebrities to fix it for us. Hey, Jay-Z, spend all your money and fix it. Hey, Donna, you made the illest point ever. You don't even know where she eat lunch at. Look how quiet and separate they are. They ain't causing no ruckus. They ain't in the streets. Chinatown, free Chinatown. Y'all made us rebuild it. They ain't say, they so quiet and separate, you don't even know where they stay at. All the time you see them is in their store. When you give them their dollar, you don't even know where they eat lunch at. I don't know where them Arabs stay at. You see, they quiet and separate. See, black people love pageantry. Black people love to be seen. And I'm going to make this point real quick. Alexander the Great invaded Egypt because the pharaohs of Egypt would rather take 4 million people and build a fucking statue than have 4 million people, a trained army, to keep your shit. We love pageantry. We love flossing. And that's what them boys up there doing. Them boys flossing up there. Black people in Africa, in Egypt, allowed Alexander the Great to march across the land and conquer a nation because they couldn't fight off a few white people, but they built goddamn mountains of statues. I want to shine. That's our biggest problem, Donna. We want to shine. These boys up here shining. Candace Owens is not up there shining. She is up there doing what she's been doing her entire life. And she got famous for doing that. Them boys famous for spitting bars.
And so, you're absolutely right. We too busy wanting to pretend to be rich than to actually be rich. We buying 1-year-old Jordans and happy, ain't bragging about it. We buying houses we can't afford, cars we can't afford. Then we beg and trying to understand what's the problem. We the only people that ain't realize money equals power. With no money, shut the hell up. Shut up. Get some money. Then come holler at me. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you if you ain't got no money. Ain't nobody listen to if you too lazy to go out there and get a job and have the fate of your own community. Stop waiting for somebody else to come help you. Do it yourself. That's what
Hey, look at that. About. You see what just popped up? That's our problem with celebrities. Revolt Summit, sponsored by AT&T. See, that's the problem. See, that's why celebrities don't need to do, they can't be our horse, because they looking for their check on the other end. Always, it got to be a common man. It's got to be a celebrity got too much to use. Puffy got his own Revolt network. Why I got to be sponsored by, why AT&T had to pay for it, Puffy? Puffy, you can't pay for that. Now, I ain't telling Puffy what to do with his money. I'm just saying. So when that popped up, I got a phone call I got to take, but when that popped up, brother, I think that sums it all up for me. They need to sit down, donate $1 to the cause, and shh. I got to go, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, absolutely, bro. Appreciate you coming on the show, my man. Peace.
Love you, bro.
All right, so one thing I want to talk about, I'm going to go ahead. One thing I want to talk about in our communities is the solution. Now, you guys witnessed Killer Mike, Candace Owens, and all these celebrities get up there and talk about the problem. Not one single word about the solution. Not one single word about the solution, which is group economics. You have to do it. Stop depending on a president, a candidate to solve the issues in your black community. It ain't happening. Nobody else waits for handouts. And that's why so many people look for the Democratic Party. They got the most handouts. Let's hand it out. I'm independent all the way around. Anyway, this is my motto here.
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do what you got goddamn self.
Yes, how long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self? All that talk up there on that stage, not one single sentence about the solutions to the problems in our communities. So now our young children just watched this entire Revolt Summit and they still have absolutely no solutions on the agenda. For those of you who just tuned in, make sure y'all watch the playback. Me and Javon talk solutions of the problems in our communities. Anyway, I want you guys to like, subscribe to My Life in the Shy's YouTube channel. Most of my videos on My Life in the Shy's YouTube channel. Send me a message. I will respond. If you want to be a guest on the show, make sure you write me on My Life in the Shy or Donald Washington. I got 3 personal pages. Write me. I will respond. That's my Google number. You can text me on my Google number. I will respond. A few people text me. And let's come together. I'll bring y'all on the show. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video. Peace.